Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise to Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, bahasham Kakadash. Slakia, my throat's kind of messed up. Double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone for teaching us scriptures, among other things, and salutations to all the Achium across the earth who do this work in sincerity and in truth. And shalom to the sincere brothers and sisters who are at home watching the videos and do their best to please Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi. So yeah, I want to jump in this article. This the former prime minister of Holland, Mark Rutte. So now is the nowadays he's the chief of from NATO. So even the heathens, they are woken to the fact. They see that a war that they can't. They are aware that they can't prevent the Third World War from happening. And from the elders on down, from the apostles and elders, bishops on down, we've been talking about the Third World War. People been marking us, calling us crazy and all that, but the Bible speaks about that, and I'm gonna read those scriptures later. But meanwhile, even these heathens who are not in know, they know some things, to the left hand side, but they know that it's gonna happen. It's happening. You can see the shift going on. The thing in Syria and all that. It's, of course, there's also things that they set up. Probably the small heads, the big nose people probably got something to do with that. Slack, But yeah, man, let me jump in this article. So NATO Chief Rutte, time to prepare ourselves mentally for war. We are not ready for what is coming our way in the next 4 or 5 years, Mark Rutte said in his first major speech as Secretary General of NATO. So he sucked himself all the way to the top. In order to prevent another major war, much more money needs to be spent on defense. That's the book of Joel, man. Salakia, man. Let me grab that real quick. Just comes to mind. Let me just go there. It's the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither, cause the mighty ones to come down, O Yahawah. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahawashi. And that's talking about the Middle East, well, you can see all these things brewing, Syria, Lebanon, Iran, so there's a lot of stuff going on, of course, the small heads, the Israelis with the Palestinians, so there's a lot of shit going on. And that's the place where the Most High gonna show his power, to Yahawashi. Assemble yourselves, the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither, cause the mighty ones to come down, O Yahawah. Let the heathen be wakened, and come up to the valley of Yahawashi, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. You see that? Put in your sickles, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full. The fat's overflown, for the wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. So that time is coming, The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Yahawashi also shall roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. But Yahweh will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel, because salvation is only for the children of Israel, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the so-called Indianos. And first and foremost is for the elect, for the elect the 144,000, the one-third in America, and the unnumberable multitude. The rest is going to perish with the heathens, man. So let me go back to the article. It's from NOS, which is a big news media platform. They also pushing a lot of fake news. But yeah, this is the narrative. These heathens, they are aware. So yeah, are people, still a lot of people still in La La Land? Are people still in La La Land thinking they're going to make this, blah, blah, blah. And there's nothing wrong with, if you got a job and you do your best, or you follow a short course or whatever, or the education to get a better job. There's nothing wrong with that. But you shouldn't depend on it. Don't think that this world is gonna last long, because that's also a thing that the heathens like to hold on. They're talking about in 2030 we're gonna do this and blah blah blah. But that's the heathens. They think they can continue with this shit. But yeah, the Most High is watching 24/7 and been watching. So he's waiting for that bucket of iniquity to overflow, and then he's gonna send his son Yahawashi. Yeah, man. So back to the article. We are not ready for what is coming our way in the next 4 or 5 years, Mark Rutte said in his first major speak as the Secretary General of NATO. In order to prevent any major war, yeah, you can't prevent it, man. It's like you can't prevent it. It's like when a woman is about to give labor, she's gonna get these contractions, and that's basically what's going on right now. It's already set in motion. So the words of the Most High shall not return unto him void. It shall do as he please. Isaiah chapter 55 and verse 11. So yeah, it will happen. In order to prevent any other major war, much more money needs to be spent on defense, but this requires the support of the inhabitants of the NATO countries. According to the NATO chief, it is time to prepare ourselves mentally for war. And to the scriptures, we are already prepared for war. We are right now we're fighting a spiritual warfare, but when Yahawashi is going to come back and the elect going to receive that spiritual power, and even before that, we gotta, yeah, basically we're always in that war mentality, state of mind, basically. I feel very honored to start a crucial conversation with the people of NATO countries, especially in Europe and Canada. Rutte began his speech. You are the ones I am talking to, Rutte said. It is your support that I need. Yeah, they want some, during the war, they can sacrifice a lot of people, because a lot of people gonna be deleted during the war, It's your support that I need. It's your voice and actions that will determine our future security. Get the fuck out of there. His story is anything but reassuring. I'll be honest, the security situation is not looking good. Yeah, Holland is, comparing to a lot of countries, Holland is very weak, man. I think like maybe in half an hour or something, let's say Russia would attack Holland, hey, in a couple of hours it will be done, man. They got like 5 armored trucks, armored vehicles, like maybe 5 fighter jets, and they, Mark Rutte, he got, and the prime minister that they got nowadays, Gozen or whatever his name is, they got the head in the ass of America, and they think that America is gonna help them, but they're gonna find out, man, the hard way. The security situation is not looking good. It is without a doubt the worst in my lifetime, and I suspect in yours too. Rutte mentioned the war in Ukraine and the North Koreans fighting with the Russians. He thinks we should be serious concerned. I am. Yeah, you should be concerned, but because you're gonna be in chains very soon, devil. In his view, everything indicates that Russia is preparing for a prolonged confrontation both with Ukraine and with us, meaning the NATO countries. Russia, China, but also North Korea and Iran are working hard to weaken North America and Europe, to undermine our freedom. They want to change the world order, not to create a fairer system, but to secure their own influence. They are testing us, and the rest of the world is watching. For example, he expressed his concerns about Chinese nuclear weapons. China is developing more and more of them, and it is doing so without transparency and restrictions. Yeah, of course, these devils want to be in control with everybody, But like I read in the book of Joel, the weak is saying that they are strong. So they basically showing NATO, the middle finger, like, yeah, you remember that song? I believe it's Rage Against the Machine, fuck you, won't do as you told me. Fuck you, won't do as you told me. That's basically the state that they are in. Rutte stressed that we are not at war, but there is certainly no peace. There is no direct military threat to the 32 NATO countries, but Rutte is not reassured we are not ready for what is coming our way in the next 4 or 5 years. The danger is coming at us at full speed, the NATO chief said. We must not look the other way. We must face it. What is happening in the Ukraine can happen here. We will not be safe in the future, regardless of the outcome of this war, unless we are prepared to deal with danger. Be faster and fiercer. Rutte is confident that NATO countries can prevent the next big war on NATO territory. A great story. Can do nothing about it, It will happen. Though it tarry, it will happen. Let me see. But that will require a radical change, of course. We all have to be faster and fiercer. It's time to prepare ourselves mentally for war. Moreover, more money must be spent on defense. Yeah, making the people taking more money from the people. As far as NATO is concerned, much must be done with a view to a deterrent effect. This also applies to the restoration of peace. We are not where we want to be. NATO member states risk falling behind China and Russia, Rutte said. And that's funny. So now they're talking about they falling behind Russia, and they've been saying since day one that Russia was busy with Ukraine, like, yeah, he's fighting. Russia got old equipment and this and that, and it's funny that they keep saying that. And basically every day you hear that Russia take this place, this village, they keep getting more turf in Ukraine, It's beautiful, man. Towards the end of his speech, he admitted that he knew politicians talk a lot. That he knew politicians talks a lot, but also said that they make decisions when necessary, whatever. But to implement them, people need to support them. It is in your hands. That's why I'm asking for your support. Action is urgent, and a lot of people gonna fall for that. A lot of people are gonna go to war. It's beautiful, man. Rutte doesn't have the luxury to think about whether he scaring people. He told NOS afterwards, whatever. I can only do one thing. That's Esau's main weapon, man. Scaring people. I can only do one thing, share what I know from my knowledge and conviction. We are faced with a fundamental choice. We can decide not to do it, more money for defense and all, but then we run at risk. If we do, we are able to defend ourselves in the long term. Rutte does not necessarily want the money to come from social security, healthcare, or pensions. It can come from all sorts of other sources, of course. What I want is for us to eventually get that money together. His message to the Netherlands is clear. If we do not hurry now, we will run a very big risk in the next 4 to 5 years. Oh shit. Suckers, man. But yeah, these things gonna happen anyway, man. This is the book of 2nd Esther, chapter 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Yeah, and we are in that time. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, Syria, for example, people taking matters in their own hand, then shall thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. And if I jump to chapter 15, if I'm correct, bear with me a minute. Yeah, so this is the book of Second Ezra, chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction on draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in the hand. You see that everybody getting their weapons, developing new fighter jets, Turkey and all that, countries like Sweden, Denmark, they all getting ready for war. Germany, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. Yeah, we've seen this going on right now. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. Look, Assad had to flee, and the course of their action shall stand in their power, we are in those times, man. Let me see. Slovakia. Just thinking about, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow. So race wars also, being pushed, So there's a lot of stuff going on, So let me see. So this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. So, now the knowledge is still there, from the elders, for the elder apostles on down. We are still on the highways and byways, we're still on YouTube, but the famine of the word is also around the corner. There's going to be a time that you cannot, going to be able to find this knowledge, So, matter of fact, let me grab that scripture real quick. The book of Amos. Because that just came to mind. Let me see. This is the book of Amos, chapter 8 and verse 11. Behold, the days comes, said Yahawah the Most High, that I will send a famine in the land, nor a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro, seek the words of Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, and shall not find it. So, these days are coming, man. This is the book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 13. Therefore the prudent shall keep silence in that time, for it is an evil time. So it's around the corner, Let me jump to the book of Psalms. Let me see. The book of Psalms. Let me see. 70. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 74 and verse 9. We see not our signs, there is no more any prophet, neither is there among us any that knoweth how long. So these days are coming, Don't be stalling to come back to Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, because before you know it, you're too late, man. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to Yahawah, bahasham Yahawashi, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of Yahawah come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed, and perished in the day of vengeance. So, yeah, this is the time to get back to Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. When you're too late, you're too late. This is the book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11. And that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than we believed. Yeah, we are around the corner, man. Gotta be aware that we are around the corner. And let me see, this is the book of Revelations, chapter 9 and verse 12. One woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. And that's talking about the first world war and the second world war, and talked about the third world war. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Yeah, like I said, although it tarry, it's gonna happen, man. So this is the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5 and 1. But of the times and seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. Yeah, because not even Yahawashi knows when it's time for him to come back. Only the Heavenly Father knows that, not the angels, nobody. Only the Heavenly Father knows when it's time for Yahawashi to come back. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as the veil upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And like I said, the contractions are already there. It's already set in motion. So it will happen that, like when a woman get these contractions, she is about to give birth to a child. Whether she likes it or not, whether she's ready for it or not, the child is going to come. It could be the same day, it could be the next day, it could be within an hour, or it's going to take a couple of hours, but it will happen. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. No, to the scriptures, we measure the time, and we are aware about the times that we are in, and preparing ourselves for the evil days that are about to break loose on this planet. Ye are all children of light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. So there you have it, man. But let us who are of the day be sober, put on the breastplate of faith and love, and for a helmet the hope of salvation. So yeah, man. So that's the case, man. This is the time, make no tarrying, So this is the time to come back to Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, and be aware, and yeah, things are about to go crazy. It's basically, it's like any day now. There's one major thing that needs to happen. The MOTB is also being prepared. They are still, they're still using cash. They also made it here mandatory for stores that they cannot deny people with cash money. But yeah, we know it's already. We know it's a matter of time, because China, they're also busy with the brain chip and all that, and Elon Musk also got by law officially he can practice his things, with the brain chip and all that, Neuralink. He's now officially can do that outside of the United States, So yeah, man. So I'm gonna leave it like that. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi, bahasham Rukakadash, double honors to the apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone for teaching us scriptures, among other things, and salutations to all your Akim across the earth who do this work in sincerity and in truth. And shalom to the sincere brothers and sisters who are at home watching the videos and do their best to please Yahawah bahasham Yahawashi. So yeah, man, with that, I'm going to say shalom.